Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
Brad Garlinghouse expects some answers soon in the SEC versus Ripple case. The Motley Fool takes a look at why XRP is not a security. The crypto industry seeks to educate and influence lawmakers and the US as it faces increasing regulation. And Ripple recently published 3 insights on CBDC solutions based on global research. But if we haven't met before, my name is Frank Cho. I'm here to help you live a richer life. On this channel, we talk about cryptocurrency, personal finance, and investing. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, do it now. That way I can keep you informed of all the latest news and updates. Let's take a quick look at the crypto market before we dive in. We're slightly up on the 24-hour, about 0.5%, back to 1.77 trillion. Bitcoin at 39.4, Ethereum just under 2,700. XRP up 2.5% today at 75 cents, and you can see some red as we move down the rest of the top 10 cryptos. So laying the groundwork for perhaps a recovery to start the week as we've pulled back some from the earlier in the week big pump that we saw. Now in the news, we have Brad Garlinghouse having appeared on Fox Business, and we talked about some of his comments, but one thing that was very interesting to see is what he said in regards to timing in the case. His quote was, "The case continues to move forward. We are expecting some decisions from the court sooner rather than later." As we've seen the procedural wins rack up for Ripple, we know that the momentum has moved in their direction. We're waiting on answers, of course, on the motion to reconsider and still on the motion to strike the fair notice defense and the motions to dismiss for Garlinghouse and Larson. One other key item we're looking forward to hearing about is the notes from the Roisman meeting with Brad Garlinghouse. And the Easterbrook notes have been mentioned multiple times, including in that interview on Fox Business, where Brad Garlinghouse called out the fact that he had met with commissioners at the SEC, including Roisman and Clayton, and no one had indicated to him at any point that XRP might be considered a security, which is what the Motley Fool is talking about here in their latest article related to Ripple, saying that XRP is not a security. Now, we at this point are pretty familiar with the definition of a security based on the Howey test, but the U.S. Securities Act defines the term security with several examples. There's not an exact qualitative criteria for what a security is, but items such as a stock, a bond, an option, a warrant, and many others fit the definition. And it looks like the lawmakers who drew up the definition intended for it to be as comprehensive as possible and pretty much included every common financial asset that existed prior to crypto. What it doesn't include, though, are things like real assets, houses, metals, and currencies. Based on existing securities law, currencies, as in money itself, are not securities, but some cash equivalents like treasuries are. But the physical cash itself isn't. Given that cryptos are primarily used to buy and sell things, they seem to fit the definition of cash better than that of securities. There's a lot of debate as to whether cryptos truly are money because of the price volatility and usefulness in being able to be utilized as a unit of account, but they're closer to money than anything else on the list of securities in the Securities Act. So basically, they're not securities. So why XRP is not a security? XRP is not a security because, like most cryptos, it does not meet the definition of the term in question. First, on the most literal level, the category of asset it belongs to is not included in the definition. Second, there is one asset class that it may belong to, money, and that asset is not a security. Third, and finally, the SEC, who are suing to have XRP regulated as a security, have been caught behind closed doors saying that cryptos aren't securities. Unless XRP is qualitatively different from other cryptos, it's not a security based on the SEC's past claims. So you can see the recognition here in this article that XRP isn't a security because of the definitions. We look at the Howey test as well, and there is no expectation of profits from the effort of Ripple, the company. XRP stands on its own. Now, speaking of regulation, the crypto industry has sought to educate and influence lawmakers in the face of regulation and continue to up their efforts in lobbying to be able to get some kind of influence in the crypto space. We've been talking about this quite a bit this year as it's ramped up even more over the course of 2022. And in 2021, an incredible amount of money was spent on crypto lobbying. It'll only increase as time goes forward. The interaction between the crypto industry and Capitol Hill is becoming even more intense as the efforts we see to regulate crypto grow in tandem with its popularity. We've seen hearings in the House, hearings in the Senate, and those will continue over time. Now, there's been some distraction away from the executive order we expected to see in February due to global events, but that is still on the docket for what might be happening there. So we look forward to hearing what they're going to say in the coming weeks or months, depending on how long this continues to get delayed. A recent report showed crypto companies that spent the most in 2021 were Robinhood, Ripple, Coinbase, and the Blockchain Association, and they were the leaders in the past 5 years as well. So what does it look like here in the crypto landscape today, or the lobbying landscape? Ripple spent $900,000 in lobbying in 2021, second only to Robinhood, who spent $1.35 million. So to put it into perspective, The Economist estimated a total $5 million was spent by crypto firms in the first 3 quarters of the year alone. So as we continue to move through time, we will see the increase in lobbying groups, political action committees being formed, and increasing in size and influence. The American Blockchain Political Action Committee was founded just in November with the goal of raising $300 million for pro-crypto candidates when we look at the coming elections. However, its success has been limited, and as of February, they'd raised less than $8,000. In January, the $10 million Democratic Protect Our Future PAC was created, and donors include FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, and the Gonna Make It PAC launched the same month with backing from Anthony Scaramucci. We will continue to follow up and talk about this here because it does really influence the direction of regulation in the future here. We don't like to talk politics, but politics do influence crypto regulation and they do impact our money. So it's important to make our voices heard as far as what we want to see in the crypto community and in our government as far as how they treat cryptocurrencies. With that in mind, here's another reminder. We talk about it very often.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.